Hello and welcome to the Daily Guidance for Friday, October 28th, 2022. We're going to start with a spirit message today. Okay, so just as a reminder, remember why we are here, why we're even in this experience here on earth, okay? We agreed. This is an agreement. If you're here, you made the agreement to experience the dark and the light. So the major part of your experience is experiencing polarities, opposites, okay? So just remember that this is an agreement that you made. And you wanted to experience the dark and the light. And we're moving out of the dark. We're moving into the light. This is all a part of the agreement of why you're here. So you're leaving behind the illusion. So it's very important to remember, if you are still in this woe is me phase, if you're still there, you got to understand you haven't even began to move towards the light, because that in itself is darkness. You're unaware. So the feeling like things are happening to you, you're a victim, there's no way out, no matter what I do, I can't. If you're saying those kind of affirmations to yourself, because those are affirmations, you're affirming that you're powerless. There's an energy in that. Right? This is a program. This is a program. You got to snap out of it. Because as soon as you start feeling like, oh my gosh, why is this happening? You snap yourself out of it. That's a program. You're going downwards. That's a downward spiral. And that's a part of the dark. That's lack of information. That's being unaware. That's allowing the energy to overtake you. That is not you taking over the energy. So very important to know right now, the change that is happening is internal, because the situations around you, the external is going to probably be the same unless and until you change internally, you change your perception, how you see it. If you're still seeing it the same way you've always seen it and there's been no change, your external will continue to be the same, except the external, if it does change, it's going to seem to be getting worse. It's going to seem like it's not changing. If your perspective has not changed, the external environment will overtake you. So right now, the changes are happening within. We are changing belief systems. We're changing how we respond to external people, energies, situation, events, whatever. That's the change. The change is you changing, not waiting for things to change. That's a part of the dark. That's a part of the illusion. Everything is holographic. None of this stuff is real. All of this is just a perception of what I see, what I feel, what you see, what you feel. And knowing that is important. This is quantum physics, actually. So a lot of people are waiting for a change outside of themselves. They haven't even made the change within. They still feel like things are happening to them. So let's get started. Okay, I see two cards and I see a lot of green on both cards here. Be very conscientious of how you're spending your day. You want to spend time outside, nature, okay? I'm seeing, wow, yeah. I mean, ground yourself is here. But when I saw the green, that's what I felt. But it also says relationships. So the relationships that come into your life, they're here to help you. It says relationships are just a mirror image of your own life, how you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Beware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. That's the purpose of interaction with people. And this is why interacting with people is important. Okay. Ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with divine source. So this is about making sure you go out in nature, make sure you allow yourself to inhale that prana, natural intake of earth, right? So it's like a refreshing, reviving flow into you. This is actually necessary. I'm going to say it's necessary. At least it's very helpful. So this is putting the windows down instead of the AC when you're driving in the car. Even the windows at home. I mean, we're moving into fall, actually, and soon winter. So you can actually allow yourself to experience the outside air a little bit more. There's also been a lot of cleaning of the air, chemtrails and a whole bunch of other things like pollution from cars and the emission of just gas and so much other things, petrol, how that is affecting our air. But we've been having so much solar flares recently, and it's kind of cleansing it. Okay, so it's like take advantage. A lot of you need grounding. You're already in this space where you recognize relationships are helping you, and you're taking advantage of that. And you're not taking it for granted, even if it's a relationship that shows up in a negative way for you, being grateful for the experience because it's bringing up a lot of negative energy that you need to release. When this happens, do not react the way that we've been taught, programmed, conditioned to react, right? Don't be reactive. This is like not allowing the situation to overtake you. Bringing yourself to a space where you can become aware of what's happening. Observe it, and then feel what you feel and then release it. Don't hang on to those emotions. They're coming up through relationships so that they can be released, not so that you can keep them and hold on to them. Because if you do that, just know you're about to go into a past experience, holding on to trust issues. If a person shows up in a way that reminds you or brings up emotions that you've already experienced, reacting in the same way that you reacted in the past is you holding on to the past. However, if there is a situation that brings up emotions that you know you've already experienced, it is you who is expected to react in a different way than you did in the past. Reacting the same way is just a recycle of energy, okay? It's a pattern that you're just wanting or you're not realizing that you're holding on to. So they come up so that you can release. And then grounding is this is where a lot of people are trying to ground the energy. If you are distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, or impatient, these are signs that you are ungrounded. So grounding the energy, when they come up, you not allowing yourself to be overtaken by it. That's where a lot of people are having the issues. I feel like I need to move on. So let's see what else comes out here. It says the energy is gaining momentum. And this is what I feel. I feel like something's getting closer. A lot of you, something's approaching you. Something's approaching you. Don't let pride get in your way. This literally is telling you there's going to be something that occurs that you may want to try to protect something of yours, right? It can be an image, it can be an idea, a belief, something. And pride may try to get you to hold on to something. Be mindful of this. There's something that you're It's approaching you. You're experiencing it. Don't let pride get in the way, because you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, so this is coming straight out. And it's funny because I see confidence is your key to success. That's what's going to help you with releasing pride, because this is going to require you to humble yourself. A lot of you may be about to have a very humbling experience, okay? But you're very close to reaching a goal. This is good. I like the energy that I'm feeling. Okay. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. This is about relying. I'm feeling like your divine feminine energy, deep within. Allowing the beauty within to show and remaining devoted. So I'm feeling a very, I'm feeling like a very esoteric. It also feels a little bit like deep, like occultism. That it feels like something you may not want others to know. It's deep. It's yours. Some of you may be actually diving into certain things, maybe doing certain rituals. I just feel like something you want to keep private here. So certain things you're doing, you may want to keep to yourself, not talk about it with people. There's that kind of energy here. It's like it's nobody's business. That's what I'm feeling. Break the chain. A lot of you, it's something, you're actually breaking free from cultural beliefs I'm getting here. Because this says break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. Yes. So, wow. It's almost like we are currently experiencing our past. We've already been in the future. We don't like it. It's kind of reminding me of the Looking Glass, right? How there was a timeline that we were on and destined for 2030, but we decided to go back to our past, rewrite what happened, break certain patterns, basically rewrite the future, right? Because we decided to do our healing. So we looked through the looking glass. We didn't like what we saw. So we decided to do a massive healing and go deep within. And some of you are actually finding out there's certain things that you have shunned, certain parts of yourself that you shunned in the past, and you're now starting to embrace it. Yes. Trust the niggle. It says trust the niggle. So what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Many of you are starting to listen to your intuition, that feeling deep within. Even if it brings uncomfort here, because you're aligning your life. You're removing things that don't align anymore. That's what's happening. And that's why the grounding is needed. Because it's nobody's fault. Everything that we've experienced up until now, we agreed. We're just now saying we're ready to move on to the next phase. That's all that's happening. All right. Even people came in and agreed to play the dark role. People came in, agreed to play the light role. We are now moving into light. We were primarily in the dark. We're moving on. It's changing, it's shifting, okay? It's shifting. Release your inner rebel. There we go. This is you no longer staying in certain patterns, certain beliefs that you were given. You are no longer doing that. So follow your own vision, no longer following the crowd. Never lose sight of what is really important here. Wow. Many people are doing the courageous thing. And I actually see it. I see it. The lotus within you awakes. You are a master in light on high, moving on up, blossoming, basically, becoming the true you, embracing the other side of you that you have not been able to experience yet. So a lot of people are starting to really let themselves be, let themselves experience. I'm not doing tarot today, and I really like this energy here. Something's close, okay? Something is close. Many of you are starting to actually experience the side of you that you would have considered the dark side, which is actually the light. Everything is just a change of perception. This is literally no longer being afraid to be who you are. That's what this is. And you may be called rebellious, but you are releasing that inner rebel, okay? All right, the main male, I knew he was going to come out because he's been prominent and he's here. A lot of you, your masculine energy expects some type of income out of nowhere, okay? I recently uploaded on the Inner Voice Chronicles channel a new affirmation. I've been told abundance has been released, so call it in. I would actually advise you guys check out that new affirmation that I released yesterday. Your masculine is feeling okay. Many people are going through different kind of health issues. Just know it's a detox that's happening, a part of your DNA upgrade. It's going to bring out certain illnesses or bring up certain illnesses so that you can release it. Okay, release it. So it's going to probably require you to change your diet, change your lifestyle. There's changes that needs to be implemented to help you acclimate to the new upgrades in your body. Now, I see courtship here. The main male is here. And I see false person at the bottom. Okay, so just know as you experience people, your old self, your false self will, this is like that Seven of Swords energy. It will tell you, don't trust the energies you're interacting with. And it will probably make you overthink, right? Every time I get this, I feel like many of you, it's anxiety you're dealing with, right? It's the worry, overthinking, right? Bringing bad health. And a lot of you, it may be about new energies that's coming in your life, new friendships that you're making, that you feel maybe it can go the long run, it can become something real. The false self, it's what you're used to. You're used to being that illusion of yourself, so it's going to tell you there's something to be fearful of. But remember, that's the program that you're releasing. Oh, wow. Yes, sudden wealth is coming in for some of y'all. My gosh, real soon, this change. Expect this change real soon. Expect this change real soon. Some of you by November 9th. I see 11-9 here. It's real soon. There's a change. Some of you may be buying a new car here. Money's coming in to allow you to purchase those things that you wanted, okay? So for those of you who are in relationships, you're meeting new romantic partners. Let's see if we get a message here. Get to know them. Get to know them. Wow, some of you reconciliation here. Now, it's like a whole new, getting to know someone all over again, if it's reconciliation. Okay, I'm feeling like some of you, someone may come back from the past. And in order to truly experience it in a new way, you can't operate from the false self, from the old you. So your view of this person from the past, you're going to have to heal that, or you would have already had to heal it. Otherwise, it might show up the same way. Or it may show up different, but you won't be able to tell because you're still operating in the same energy. So this is telling some of you, if you're reconciling with someone from your past, it may bring up old energies just so that you can release it, not hold on to it and feel like it's the same thing all over again. It's that final release. They come up so that you can let it go, okay? All right, anything else? Just get to know them. Give yourself a chance to get to know them. Some of you, holiday season, I see you with someone. It says honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Somebody's coming in by the holidays, okay? I'm also getting like memories. Some of you may have memories of somebody. You know, this time of year, it starts putting you in that nostalgia where you start reminiscing. So somebody may be coming back, actually. That's interesting. Pay attention to red flags. Every time this card comes out, you all may assume that it's talking about the red flags that the other person is giving you. No, remember, change of perception. Pay attention to the red flags within yourself. If you are still responding to energies that come in the same way that you responded in the past, that's the red flags that they're trying to get you to pay attention to. The signs are cautioning you. Whenever there's a red flag, it comes in and you don't see it, you're going to be pulled out of whatever situation it is. For some reason or another, you won't be able to interact with the energy until you're able to see it. And this is why move slow, move slow. Things going to move slow so that you can see what you're being shown as it comes up, okay? All right, we got a card here. This is what's happening, y'all. This is our final card. Big happy changes. They're here. It's here. It's happening. It's being manifested into the physical. The changes are here. They're happening. Okay? Call it in. Draw it to yourself. Be in a high vibe. Be in a space of gratitude, honestly. And if it's hard for you to really hone in on that gratitude energy, think about one time you were grateful. I mean, we're moving into Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for? Think about the things that you're really, really thankful for and sit in that energy, meditate in that energy, and you'll call so much to you. The big happy changes are here. The energy is gaining momentum, y'all. It's gaining momentum. It's here, honestly. I feel like by the holidays, a lot of you're going to truly have things to be grateful for, okay? All right, so that is today's message. We're going to actually leave it there. You all are calling in your soulmate. There's going to be some major reunions, soulmate reunions, past life reunions. Reconciliation is here. Ooh, this is good. So take care of yourself. A lot of you, your health, you need to take care of your body. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good weekend.